The Democratic presidential candidates participated in a debate last night where people got to submit their questions on YouTube. It was the first time in history voters used the internet to question presidential hopefuls who were all gathered in Charleston, South Carolina. The topics ran the gamut from gay marriage to the war in Iraq to partisan name-calling.
Mrs. Clinton, how would you define the word liberal? And would you use this word to describe yourself?
I prefer the word progressive.
Now, the questioning wasn't entirely uncensored. Political journalists whittled down the more than 3,000 entries they received. And joining us now to talk more about the YouTube debate is Dr. Stephen Caliendo, Associate Professor of Political Science from North Central College. Good morning.
Good morning.
For coming in.
Thanks. No problem.
First of all, how did you feel this was different from a traditional debate?
It was different because it was interesting. I'm a political scientist, but I'm also a Generation X kid, and I wasn't constantly running out of the room to find something else to do. It was a lot of fun, and I think that the Republican one will be fun as well. I think when you allow regular folks to ask questions, and not just asking questions, because we've done that before, town hall meeting style, but producing these things in YouTube style, it's a lot of fun.
And the non-traditional questions produce some non-traditional answers. We heard Hillary Clinton talking about whether other world leaders would respect her as a female president. Heard of Barack Obama defending his choice of schools for his children, University of Chicago Lab School. We haven't heard those things.
We haven't heard those things. And in fact, remember, we had a question from a snowman. Question from a snowman.
That was a first.
It was a first, but these are serious questions. I mean, these are serious questions asked in an entertaining way, and I think we got to see the candidates' personalities a little bit more than we're used to. They got to be themselves, got to be a little bit fun, but they were answering very serious policy questions.
We should point out the snowman asked about global warming.
Indeed. What else?
What else?
Perfect
question.
A perfect answer, yeah.
That's right.
So you had mentioned, though, that you felt that there weren't really any winners or losers in this debate. So what did it accomplish? Just showing us another side of the case?
I think it accomplished people staying tuned in for the whole thing, honestly. And I mean, I'm not trying to be glib about that. I think that if people can get a little word that this is going to be a little more fun, they'll tune in more, they'll stay tuned in. I don't think winners and losers, it's tough when you got 8 candidates there. I think if anybody's a winner, it's the fringe candidates, the candidates that really were answering in this way when the questions were coming from Brian Williams or somebody, right? But when the questions are coming from regular folks, everybody got to sort of answer this way. And I think if anything, you saw a gap between, the top 3 or 4 and the sort of pat answers that they gave and the way they tried to evade the questions and the bias